Napping on the Night Shift, a two-hospital implementation project is the name of the article's title. The title is clear and accurately depicts what the article will be about. The key words in the article are napping on the night shift and implementation project. This is a good indicator that the study has something to do with implementing naps during the odd night shift hours and the results to follow. The abstract does offer a clear overview of the study. This is supported by a very brief summarized version of the background, purpose, methods, results, and conclusion. From the abstract, the reader can understand that this study will be about the effects that napping during night shift has and if it will decrease the level of fatigue and sleepiness. The purpose of this study is about whether taking naps is beneficial to prevent fatigue and sleepiness in jobs that revolve around the safety of others during the night hours. This can be found in the background section of the article. The hypothesis of this study is to see if offering nurses the opportunity to nap will prevent fatigue and create a safer work environment. The target population is night shift nurses. The NAP study took place in two different hospitals, one teaching hospital with 380 beds and a pediatric hospital with 313 beds. I did not find clear inclusion or exclusion criteria in the article. Each hospital selected certain staff nurses, giving them a single-page NAP experience form to complete after their nap. The data gathered including timing, duration of the nap, sleepiness level before the nap, and sleepability during the nap, as well as sleep inertia upon rising and the helpfulness of the nap. Yes, the article clearly states the results in an easy-to-understand way. And out of 6 units, only 2 units tried to participate in napping, one deemed being successful. The failed unit did have nurses who napped, but only tried once. Due to budget cuts, understaffing, and nurses being called into work on days off, and the higher-paced environment made it difficult for success. The unit also felt that there was a stigma towards napping. The successful unit, however, deemed major success. The nursing supervisors created a plan to follow for a secure private napping environment. At the start of the shift, napping assignments were assigned along with all the other nursing assignments to ensure that the patients would be covered during the 30-minute nap period. After the study, the unit continued to proceed with the nap breaks. Several of the nurses reported being less drowsy on the way home from work. Yes, the article does provide a discussion. They found that the major barriers of naps had a correlation with the attitudes and experiences of the nurse managers. The nurse managers who were willing to actively participate and communicate with the staff had better outcomes. Other barriers included nurses who just simply did not take breaks due to reduced staffing margins. In their findings, they found that the nurses who did nap found it helpful in preventing sleepiness and driving fatigue, and a reduction in motor vehicle accidents. The strength of the article is that the article can be easily understood without using too much medical jargon. The study expectations were clearly understood as well. The weakness is that the study only consisted of 6 units in 2 hospitals, which cannot give enough proof to measure the true success in order to change evidence-based practice. The authors realize and understand that their limitations were only having data from 2 hospitals and 6 units, with just 2 units who attempted to implement NAPs. They will need to gather data from a larger study to fully understand the barriers in order to implement the change and overcome those barriers. The article's implications were that napping most likely won't be successful unless all the staff and managers are on the same page and are willing to find ways to take fully relieved breaks, and that when they do, another staff nurse will cover their responsibilities at that time. If the barriers and stigmas could be resolved, scheduled nap breaks could potentially improve safer quality care. The article has sufficient amount of references, but most of the references are dated back well over 5 years ago. The most recent references are from 2012, and the oldest references are dated back over 20 years ago. The recommendations are that under the proper circumstances, napping should be incorporated into standard practice for night shift nurses due to over 50 years of research that supports it.